All right, today we're going to dive into a story that's part tech mystery, part creative revolution. It's about an AI that secretly took the world by storm and how the community gave it one of the best nicknames ever, Nano Banana.
So just imagine this for a second. A brand new AI just appears. No announcement, no hype. And it starts wiping the floor with every other known model in a blind test. It gets so popular that it builds this huge fan base and gets a quirky nickname all before anyone even knows who made it. Well, that's not a hypothetical. That's exactly what happened.
So where does a story like this even begin? Well, it all starts in a place designed to be the ultimate, unbiased proving ground for artificial intelligence.
This place is called a Llamarina, and you should really think of it as a digital fight club for AI. Here's how it works. You type in a prompt, two completely anonymous models generate an image, and you vote for whichever one you think is better. There are no brand names, no logos, no hype. It's all about pure performance. It's the perfect setup for a true champion to rise to the top. And sure enough, that's exactly what happened. Around the middle of 2025, people on the platform started noticing a pattern. One of these anonymous models wasn't just good, it was shockingly good. It was consistently blowing the competition out of the water, especially when it came to really complex image edits.
The community figured out pretty quickly that this was something brand new. Why? Because of how it was winning. It could follow incredibly complex instructions to the letter. It could keep a person's face consistent from one image to the next, which is notoriously difficult for AI. And it could seamlessly blend edits into a scene, perfectly matching the lighting and shadows. Yeah, this was not just another update. This felt like a quantum leap.
So, you've got this incredible new model, but it has no official name. So the community did what it does best. They gave it an identity all its own.
And the detective work behind the name is just fantastic. First, people noticed that the winning outputs often had a little banana icon next to them. So, boom, they started calling it Banana. Then they realized how incredibly fast it was, which made them think of Google's super efficient nano models. And the final confirmation? Google employees started dropping these cryptic banana emojis on social media, basically winking at the community and confirming the whole thing without saying a single word.
So after weeks and weeks of speculation and all this community-driven hype, the curtain was finally officially pulled back.
And then the announcement came from Logan Kilpatrick at Google AI. He just came out and said it, introducing Gemini 2.5 Flash image, and then the best part, aka Nano Banana. The community had been right all along. This wasn't some side project, this was Google's brand new state-of-the-art image model.
And with that announcement, we got all the juicy details. We're talking high-resolution images, incredible photorealistic people. And this is huge. It's being built directly into Adobe's tools like Firefly and Express. Plus, every single image it creates is watermarked with something called Synth ID, so you'll always know if it was made by AI. Total transparency.
And the price? Get this, it's roughly 4 cents an image. I mean, at that price point, the most advanced AI image tech on the planet suddenly becomes accessible to, well, pretty much everyone. We're not just talking big companies, we're talking individual creators, small businesses, you name it. Okay, so it's amazing, it's cheap, but why do we keep calling it a revolution? Because it's not just about making pretty pictures. It's about totally changing how creative work gets done. And it all boils down to one critical thing. That one thing is consistency. If you're a professional trying to make a series of images for, say, an ad campaign, you need your character to look exactly the same every single time. As you can see here, Gemini 2.5 Flash hits that mark about 90 to 95% of the time. Its competitors, they're stuck down around 70%. That is a game-changing difference. But really, this isn't just about a boost in quality, it's about a complete shift in the paradigm. It's about a whole new workflow that's faster, way more intuitive, and open to way more people. Just think about the difference. The old way meant you were juggling multiple, super complex programs, manually building out layers and masks. You had to be a technical expert. The new way? You just talk to it. You literally just describe what you want. Make her smile and add some warm light from the left. It's a conversation. And it happens in 1 or 2 seconds. That speed. That's the secret sauce. That near-instant feedback completely transforms the creative process. It goes from being the slow, methodical task to a fluid, creative dialogue. You can experiment and iterate in real time without ever losing that spark of an idea.
Now, when you have a tool this powerful and this fast, it doesn't just change individual workflows, it starts to rewrite the rules for the entire market.
What we're seeing is the market basically splitting in two. On one side, you have what you could call ideation engines, things like Midjourney, which are incredible for brainstorming and just coming up with wild new concepts. But now, on the other side, you have production tools, like Gemini 2.5 Flash, which are built from the ground up for precision, control, and actually finishing a project.
And when you put it head-to-head with its main rivals on the stuff that really matters for production, character consistency, preserving the scene when you make an edit, and raw speed, Gemini is the clear leader. It's just purpose-built for reliability.
And this has a very real, tangible business impact. For example, one e-commerce platform used this tech to create more consistent, more appealing product images, and they saw a 34% increase in conversions. That's the power of turning creative consistency into real growth.
The ripple effects from this are just huge. They're touching every single industry that relies on visual content. E-commerce, marketing, social media, creative services, all of them are being reshaped by this new ability to create professional-grade stuff in a tiny fraction of the time.
But here's the real big picture takeaway. This technology isn't just about images. The core innovation here is a consistency engine. That ability to maintain an identity, a character, or style over time, that's the fundamental building block you need for AI video, for 3D models, for interactive virtual worlds. Google hasn't just built a better image tool. They've solved a crucial piece of the puzzle for all future media.
And that really leaves us with one final big question. Is it possible that the next great leap in AI won't be about what it can create, but about how consistently it can create it? Is that the shift that finally turns this from a fascinating toy into an absolutely indispensable tool?